Placing your palms in front of your heart in a prayer position. We really want to get centered before we begin. We want to eliminate any of those outside distractions that seem to keep our mind so busy. It's like the monkey mind keeps going. But I want us to focus in on just being in this present moment. If we can all do that together by taking some nice deep breaths and just do some breath awareness by listening to the sound of the breath as we breathe in and out through the nostrils. That's going to bring a lot more oxygen and energy to us. So take your breath in and then release. And do one more with me. Inhale in and release. So let's relax our arms for a moment, shake them out. And as we begin, remembering that we have lots of stress these days. It may not be evident. It's all around us. Being at home, number one, being like a couch potato like my Matilda back there on the couch, isn't helping our bodies, but we seem to be focusing more mentally on everything, and sometimes we hold on to tension in the body. So all of the stress is ending up in our shoulders, in our neck, in our back, in our spine, and we're not moving enough. And so this is going to help bring more oxygen and energy to our whole body, our mind as well, our brain functions. So we're going to start off today by getting a little bit more oxygen into the body by giving ourselves, first of all, bring yourselves all the way out to the sides and see if you can take a deep breath, kind of reaching back towards the back of the room. And then as you exhale, wrap your arms around your body. I want you to pat yourself on the shoulders, thanking yourselves for actually doing this. And then if you'd like to, just twist gently from one side to the other. Now I'm twisting to my left now and forward, and my right now. So if you follow me, I'll try to be a mirror for you. As you inhale in, come forward. As you exhale out, twist. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. And then now leave your elbows stacked and bring your arms up. We're going to open up the muscles along the back. Inhale up and exhale down. Good. So you're stretching a little bit more with your back muscles. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Let's do one more. Inhaling up and exhaling down. And now remember which elbow's on top. We're going to switch. So take a deep breath. Reach all the way around to the back of the room, gather up all this fresh air, and then repeat opposite arms. This time, walk your fingertips down a little bit along the edges of your, these are your scapula. These are the little wings back there. And if you twist again from one side to the other, you might even feel the muscles stretching from one wing to the other. Now remember, those are muscles along the back that get really tight. They hold on to lots of tension. That's it, back and forth. And then come forward and do the same thing. Inhaling up, reaching up, stretching those muscles, and exhaling gently down towards your chest. One more time. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Beautiful. Reach out, take a deep breath, reach out, and all the way around. Now shake out those shoulders. We got some movement going on there. And we're going to do a little rotation with the rotator cuff. If you can, bring your elbows towards the front of the screen, the monitor, and keep your fingertips on your shoulders. We're going to do a circle with the shoulders. As we inhale up, if there's any way possible you can get those biceps up by your ears, reach up for the stars with those elbows, and then continue with that nice deep inhale, rolling to the back of the room. And then as you exhale, release and bring them forward again. So we're creating two circles with these elbows. Inhaling up, opening up those wings, rolling to the back, exhaling forward and down. Let's just do one more together. See how that feels. As you inhale up, you're bringing lots of oxygen, lots of expansion to your rib cage, rolling gently back and then gently coming forward. So let's do that in the reverse. As you roll them back, take your breath in reaching up, 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 up. And then as you elbows come closer together, exhale, coming forward, down. Let's do one more. Rotating back, take a deep breath, opening up that heart center, all the way up to the sky. Want to see those elbows. And then exhaling forward and down. We're going to do the last one together. We're going to reach to the back, take a deep breath up, lift all the way up, up, up. And as you exhale, unfold those wings and reach for the front of the monitor. Reach all the way across like you're reaching for me, and then come all the way down towards your knees, maybe even to the floor if you can, opening up your knees, spreading your knees. Nice stretch. And then slowly just walk your hands back up towards your knees. Whew, and shake it out. All right. So we have a lot of tension, as I said, in the shoulders. So we've just rotated those shoulders, the rotator cuff a little bit to get some movement. So now let's see, how do the trapezius muscles feel? You know, this is where all those knots accumulate from all the stress that we keep adding to our lives. We need to release it. So we're going to take a step to the side so we have lots of room to rest one elbow on top of the thigh. And we're going to reach up and over our heads, and we're going to stretch the arm up and over and across. Oh, we're working all the way up the side. I said trapezius, but now we're working on those obliques. And then inhaling back up and exhaling down. So actually we're opening up the rib cage. Let's do that again. Inhaling up, lengthening that palm to the sky. Exhale all the way across. Reach, reach, reach. Can you feel that lovely stretch all the way up those obliques? Inhale back up and exhaling down. Good. Let's try that on the opposite side. Reach across, take a deep breath, lift and lengthen all the way up, across the ceiling, reaching for this corner of the room if you can. Inhale back up and releasing down. Let's do that one more time. Reach up, take a deep breath, lift and lengthen, and exhaling, releasing across, maybe even to the wall if you can go that far. Inhale back up and releasing down. All right. So now let's do that what I was going to do with our shoulder muscles, which are the trapezius. We're going to hold on to the chair with one hand or the leg, and we're going to lean gently off to that one side, reaching up and over the head with our palm. We're going to add a little extra weight with the fingertips above the ear. And when you do that, just relax this ear towards your shoulder. And see if you can feel with a little extra weight of the fingers all the way across. See if that feels good on that neck muscle. Now that's your trapezius that holds those little knots. We don't want any knots. That's it. That's it. That's it. And lift your head back up. Take a breath and do it again. Inhale and then exhale. Good. Now, if you will, take the fingertips and walk them back towards the nape of the neck and look down. What you're doing is you're stretching the back of that trapezius muscle. And then when you walk your fingertips up towards the temples, looking up, you're stretching that muscle. Feels like it's almost under the jaw this time. So with the fingertips by the temples, you're adding just a little extra stretch there. And this is where those muscles get tight, right? So then lift your head up and take your hand over that muscle that we just stretched. Go under the shirt and see if you could lift that muscle up off the bone. That's your clavicle. And as you gently rotate that shoulder back and forth, we're going to loosen up all that tension that we may be holding on to. So this is where the knots start, and if they don't get worked out by squeezing and rubbing, pushing and moving, they turn into boulders, and that's when you need a professional masseuse to get rid of them. All right. So how does that feel? Pretty good. We're going to try the other side. Take your palm, hold on to the leg of the chair, get yourself balanced, and lean gently over to the opposite side. Let this chair arm relax so that it doesn't come with you when you lean, but it stays stationary. So all that's really moving is just that muscle. And then reach up and over the head, adding your fingertips above the ear. That's it. Oh, that's a good stretch, everybody. And then we're going to do the same thing we did on the other side, this side. by looking down and putting the fingertips at the base of the skull, adding just a little extra weight there, helps to stretch the back of that muscle. And then walking your fingertips up towards the temples, looking up, you'll feel that lovely stretch almost from the jaw line to the tip of your shoulder. Good. And then bring that palm on top of that muscle on that shoulder that we just stretched and give it a nice massage. And this is where you can rotate that shoulder back and forth. Nice. Good job. Sometimes we forget about all these knots in our shoulders and we end up creating more problems than we can imagine by just sitting in front of the computer or reading or eating like this. So roll those shoulders back and down. That's it, sitting nice and tall. Good. So this is a real important one. So let's take those arms and stretch with our arms by taking our strap. If you have a belt or a tie or a sash or a jacket, you know, the arm of a jacket, whatever you have handy, hold your arms out so that they are shoulder width.
I'll get you one.
Okay.
A little bit, there you go. And as we reach up with our arms, we're reaching for the stars again like we did before. Lift and lift.
Belt or the tie.
Either one.
Rotate to one side, not rotate, but lean to one side on your exhale. And then as you inhale up, make sure you have your legs wide so you can balance. And then rotate to the other side. Inhale back up. One more time on each side. Feels so good to stretch. Everybody looks fantastic. Inhale up. Rotate to the other side. Good. Good stretching. All right. And then reach your arms in front of you one more time. And then take the strap, and this is something we didn't do last week. Take the loop and throw it over your shoulder or the end of your strap and reach for it behind you. Now there's muscles under the biceps. Those are your triceps. We're going to try to smooth those out and tone them up a little bit. So it's going to look like this from the back. You're going to hold on to the loop, right? And as you gently pull the loop back and down, you're going to feel the muscles in this forearm, not the forearm, sorry, in the tricep, getting a nice stretch too. Good. And then gently relax your back and lean forward. Take a few breaths. Take a few breaths here. And then come back up again. And now this time, release the strap with your hands and walk your fingertips up towards the top of that strap. And one of these days, those fingertips just might touch. You never know. That's going to help strengthen your back muscles and your arm muscles. And then slowly release. And we're going to try the opposite side. So take the strap, or if you haven't already looped, throw that gently across your back. Reach behind you. Relax the opposite shoulder down. Pull that muscle, pull that strap down as you lift as you pull back gently, keeping your head against your arm if you can. Feeling that muscle under this arm, getting a nice stretch. Good. And then you can walk your hands up a little bit, up the strap. Grab the strap. Good. Feel that wonderful stretch and then bow down, releasing any pressure from the lower back. And inhaling back up. Good. And releasing that arm, shaking it out. Beautiful. Place the strap down and take a sip of water. We've been doing a lot of deep breathing here. And you know, when we exercise like this, we are actually releasing toxins in our lungs, breathing deeply, so we're getting a little bit more dehydrated than we should be. So to your health, a little segment of refreshment. Okay, so there's some more wonderful things that we can do today. And one of them is the cat-cow stretch, which basically means you're moving your spine and you're going to flex it back and forth by holding onto your knees and scooting your hips up a little closer to the edge of the chair so that there's room behind you. And I'm going to sit sideways. Excuse me. I'm going to sit sideways so you can see. I'm at the edge of the chair. There's room behind me. With my hands on my knees, I'm going to exhale slowly, allowing my spine to stretch towards the back of the chair. As I grab my knees, pull myself forward, leading with my chest, I'm going to hinge forward, stretching that lower back, stretching the lower back muscles right here. And then as I tuck my chin in, exhaling, stretching the spine to the back of the chair, feeling that lovely stretch. Inhale, rocking forward. How are we doing? Can you feel that stretch? Now when you rock forward, lead with your chest, bring your face forward so you can still look forward. So you're stretching the front of the torso too, and then back. Inhale, coming forward. Couple more times, feeling that lovely stretch in the spine, and then gently coming back. Good. Sitting nice and tall. Now last week we did a fun thing with the rib cage. So today we're going to do a spinal twist using the chair. So again, I'm going to turn my chair sideways and face you. And I'm going to reach for the chair behind me, keeping my hips straight, my feet straight. Reach for the chair, and as I inhale up, I'm going to lengthen my spine. And as I exhale, I'm going to use the chair. I'm going to grab the chair. I'm going to square my shoulders off with the back of the chair. So what's happening with our spine, our rib cage, is facing the side. Good. Bring my arms up. Inhale, and then bring them down. So let's do this together. Inhale, the arms straight up. Rotate to the back of your chair. Grab the chair. Exhale. Keep your shoulders down. Feel that lovely spinal twist. Inhale the arms up. Rotate to the side. Bring your arms to your lap. Let's do that again. Nice and slow. Inhale, both arms straight up. Rotate to the back of your chair. Upper torso. Grab the sides of the chair. Square your shoulders off. Exhaling. Tucking the abdominal muscles, and you can feel that wonderful spinal twist. Inhale, bring the arms straight up. Take a deep breath. Bring the arms back to your lap. Now, a lot of you are wondering, why are we doing this? Well, this is helping to basically squeeze out, like wringing a washcloth of all of the toxins in that spinal fluid, all the fluids in the body that need to be released out. It's like wringing out a washcloth, releasing all the fluids that no longer serve, and it replaces itself with fresh fluids, because this is what keeps our immune systems strong. So let's, all right, that's good. Thank you, Sunshower. So if you want to turn the other way, bring your chair to the other side. So you can still see what we're doing. Keep your feet firmly planted on the earth. Now, remember what I said last week, if you were with me. This is where your thigh muscles are not being restricted from the flow of blood. So if your chair is a little higher off the ground than your feet, I have underneath me, I have a couple of yoga blankets so that my thighs are nice and level with Mother Earth. There's no restriction here. This is real important. So let's do the same exercise we did earlier, lifting both arms straight up. Take a deep breath, rotate to the back of your chair, grab the chair, exhale, square your shoulders off, twisting gently from the waist. Can you feel that? Inhale the arms up, rotate to the side, bring your arms back down to your lap. Let's do that again. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Nice, good stretch. Rotate to the back of the chair, elbows wide, grab that chair, square those shoulders off, twisting gently to the side. Inhale up, rotate to the front again, exhale, palms to your lap. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, both arms up. Nice, good stretch. Rotate to the back of the chair, elbows wide, grab the chair, square those shoulders off. Beautiful. So we're doing back up again. Inhale up, rotate to the front, and release. Good. All right. So we're getting lots of movement here with the rib cage and everything. So now, if you will, cross your leg over your knee. And if you can, bring your ankle bone up and over the top of that knee. So the top of your foot is resting there. Oh, you may want to bring your chair back again. Bring your chair back to the front so that you're right in front so you can see. Now, if this is too much for your hip flexors, we'll work on those in a minute. Just leave it with the calf, with the your calf muscle against your thigh. Never put bone against bone. So we don't want the ankle bone on top of the thigh bone. We could just use the muscle here or the top of the foot. Whichever is most comfortable. This is like probably the easiest for everybody. Sit nice and straight. What we're going to do is we're going to lean forward. And when we lean forward, we're going to keep our back nice and straight, almost as if there's an arrow down our spine. And if we bend, we'll break the arrow. So keep your spine nice and straight, leaning forward from your chest. And what this is doing is if we have any kinks in our lower back, in our hips, from sitting so much, this helps to strengthen the piriformis muscle that pinches the sacroiliac. That's, oh, what do you call it? What is that? I'm trying to think of all the muscles in the
Sciatica.
the sciatic nerve. Thank you, Sunshower. The sciatic nerve. And that sciatic nerve gets pinched if we sit so long that this piriformis muscle tightens up and squeezes it. So when we stand up, we don't have any flow of blood going down that leg. And so we get kind of stove up, as White Wolf would call it, from working with horses. If you don't move it, right, you get stove up. So here we go. And as we do this, you're going to feel this muscle along that piriformis getting a nice stretch. Now, if you can't go that far, just go as far as your body will allow. If you feel that movement there, go very slow, very slow. Good. And those of you that want to go all the way up, all the way down, you're also opening up your hip flexors. That's it. Coming back up. So let's try the other leg. So shake out that hip and place your other ankle over across the top of that knee. And if you could come on to the calf muscle or come all the way out, rest the top of your foot against that thigh. Sit nice and straight. You can gently lean forward using your spine as like the hinge of a door without bending at the waist. So we're just hinging forward. Good. And feeling all of those muscles behind your derriere right here. These are the piriformis muscles that are helping that sciatic nerve, getting a nice stretch. We sit so much these days, you know, turning into couch potatoes. We gotta move everything. Good, good. And you that have puppy dogs that have to go out and walk them, fabulous, but it's not doing anything for those hip flexors, but you're getting good movement, right? Right. This is what we need to have the movement in our body to keep the blood flowing all the way down to those ankles, right? All right. So place your foot on the floor, shake out your hips a little bit. Good. So we're going to take our strap again and we're going to put the loop, or if you can, make a loop, on the ball of that one foot, stretching your leg. And as you lift this leg, you're going to feel muscles up the back of your hamstrings and your calf muscles getting a good stretch. So I would lean back into the chair since you're already, at the edge. You have room to lean back into the chair for support. So this is what it's going to look like with the chair supporting you. There you go. And just feel all the muscles in the leg that are being pulled and gently strengthen, flexible, more flexibility. Can you feel under here? Yeah. And then if you want to swing your leg out and forward, that's your hip flexor. That's it. Use both hands if you need, or hold on to the chair so you don't fall off. Good, stretching everybody, great. So I know a lot of you do floor yoga, but this is a little different. You're getting a little bit more chair support than you would from the floor, obviously. And then release that leg and place the loop or a knot or whatever on the opposite leg. Hold on to the chair, lift the leg up and down. That's it. Use the chair for support behind you. Good. And then hold on to the chair, swing that leg gently out to the side. You'll feel the hip flexor muscles getting a nice stretch as well. Good. Nice. And then relax that leg down, shake it out. All right. Just a few things I wanted to remind you of. When we do chair yoga, you're actually working a lot of different parts of the body that are going to benefit those people that have insomnia or hypertension. You can't sleep at night. You might want to do some of these stretches before you go to bed, and then that will help you relax more. So take another sip of your water for a moment here, and then we're going to stand up behind our chair, and I'll show you one really good stretch for the back before we conclude. I know these are short sessions, but if you want to check in with my website, I believe Kimberly is going to be recording this so we can repeat what we did today during the week, right? Thank you, Kimberly, for doing that. Okay, so after the water is digested, stand up, and we're going to turn our chair sideways. Well, I'm going to turn my chair sideways so you can see what I'm doing is I'm stepping gently back and I'm stretching. And we did this last week, but it felt so good. A lot of you said, well, let's do that again. So basically I'm leaning towards the floor with a straight back and my hips are right above my heels and I'm holding onto the chair and I'm separating my feet so that they're at least hip width apart. And as I do that, I'm looking towards the earth and I'm shifting the weight to the left hip and then to the right hip. And as I do that, that's a lovely stretch for the spine, for the back of the legs as well. Feel that lovely stretch. How's it going? Pretty good? All right. And then take 2 steps forward. And then as you do that, place the heel of one foot into the earth and bow down. There's that lovely stretch again, all the way down that piriformis, down the back of the thigh, into the calf muscle, as long as you keep your toes up and your heel down. Good stretching for everything. Inhale up and then exhale down again. Feel that lovely stretch. Good job, everybody. Inhale back up and then shake out that leg and stretch the opposite heel down. And bending forward, good. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up. Let's just do one more. Keep your spine straight, exhaling down. Feel the back of that leg getting the muscle stretch it needs. Inhale up and shake it out. Good. Well, it looks like I have an interruption on my monitor. I'm just releasing, sorry. I just released some of the things that are popping up. Well, how are we feeling? Got everything moving, all the joints moving? So this is something that we need to remember to do each day, basically, to get things flowing. If you want to start your, do some more balance, we're going to place we're going to place one foot in our hand, and we're going to see if we can create a balance here. That's it. Now you can relax your opposite hand down, hold the chair if you need to, but see if you can just create a good balance. So you're putting a lot of strength into one thigh. Good, everybody has good balance. All right, now if you want to go a little bit more advanced, you can take this foot and you can lift it behind you a little bit, or not. If that feels too much, wow, look at some of you can really stretch. That's good. You could let go of the chair and really find a balance then. And now switch to the opposite side. And we're going to lift the outside leg up, hold on to it. Find a balance. There's the chair if you need it. And if you care to do a stretch back, you've got the chair. And bring it back. Good. Oh, good. Some of you have great balance. That's wonderful. Well, I think our time is almost up, and I'd love to answer any questions if you want to put it in the chat box. Excuse me. And I want to thank Kimberly for allowing us. So if you look at the bottom of your screen, it says chat box, chat. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for any donations, any love donations you would like to share with this wonderful Center of Universal Light that's sponsoring this activity for you to enjoy with me today. And I'm enjoying seeing all your smiling faces. And thank you for coming. And I'd like to know if you'd like to get this recording, just leave me your email address on that chat box if you like. Some of you haven't given it to me yet, so I know my head is being cut off. There. All right. So I'm not sure what time we have, but oh, my speaker's not working. Is someone saying check your connection?
It was crackling again, but I think it's okay right now. I think it's just the connection. I think it's the internet connection down there, between there and here. So I just wanted to remind everybody that although we can't get together yet, that CUL is still gathering online through Zoom just like this. We've been having between 40 and 50 people, and that's a real good start. So we'd like to see more of you here and absolutely welcome you. You don't have to be Christian, you don't have to be Jewish, you don't have to be anything but who you are, and that's really good enough for us.
I have the address.
Most of you know that Arvel has stepped away.
I wanted to put my email in.
And so there's
I
going
can't
to
see the
be
letter
changes
N.
at Center of Universal Light very
It's
quickly.
right next to it now. That's the N.
So there's going to be some changes at CUL very quickly. And that's all I'm going to say for now while we get things set up. So thank you so much for being here today. And thank you, Cookie. This is always so wonderful. And I've already had a couple of texts I was checking that said, are you going to have this recorded? So thank you. Yes.
And can I
Lunch hour, I will send the recording to you.
close by wishing everybody a prayer? And I think you may have heard this many times before, but may you be at peace, and may your hearts remain open, and may you awaken to the light of your own true nature, and may you be healed, and may you be a source of healing for others. Namaste.